All right, welcome to the summary of the Saturday's game yesterday. Firstly, we are going to start with Tottenham versus Westham. That was an early kickoff in caps. The game started and Mohamed Kudus had the early breakthrough into the game. Was 18 minutes into the game when Mohamed Kudus scored a very beautiful goal. And now he was trying to redeem himself from that Ghana curse, because Ghanaians, they've been going through a lot, bro. They've been going through hell, guy. I pity them because they're my brothers. I pity them a lot because they are going through a lot now. After Sudan beat them, also drew them, that they've not won any game in the AFCON qualifiers. Like, they are going through a lot, bro. But now Kudus entered that game to redeem himself, to like get himself out of the curse, and it was very nice. He scored a goal and went to sit down in Tottenham Stadium. What audacity! What mind? What gave him that mind to go and sit down in Tottenham Stadium? Sit down, they gave you a chair, you sat down and fold your hand. Ronaldo celebration, fear no catch you. Immediately he did that, he didn't know that he has actually touched the tail of a lion. Bro, that was a setup. As he scored that goal immediately, he scored the goal 18 minutes into the game. 18 minutes after, Kudus equalized the goal. That was 1-1. That was the breakthrough for Tottenham. 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. Like, they almost killed Westham, bro. And that was when Kudus now knew that, yes, so the cause still there in Bordeaux, because after that thing, he had to start fighting, man. He had to slap somebody. They gave him a red card. That's beautiful for us, United fans, because we are going to play West Ham soon, and he's not going to be present. And that is very beautiful, because we are going to sit West Ham down and teach them a lesson. All right, the match ended 4-1 victory to Tottenham and lost to West Ham. So the next game, Fulham versus Aston Villa. In our prediction show, we actually predicted that Aston Villa is going to beat Fulham 2-1, and we were very sure that Fulham was going to score a goal. Like, I was one that predicted, and I was very sure that Fulham was going to score a goal against Aston Villa, and that happened pretty well. 8 minutes into the game, Raul Jimenez scored the opener for Fulham. But yeah, Aston Villa is that team that will always equalize and, if possible, win you. I said it. We also said it exactly the same way we said it, that they must come back, like they will come from behind to win the game, and that was what happened. But the most painful thing that happened in the match was the fact that Andres Pereira missed a penalty, bro. He missed a penalty. Martinez is that keeper that always says he's one of the best goalkeeper right now in penalty, like to save a penalty. Martinez is leading the race now. He's stopping the chart. Watkins scored his 5th goal in the Premier League this season. Wow, that's wonderful. Aston Villa right now sitting 4th in the Premier League table, with Watkins 5th in the Premier League highest goal scorer. The next on our list is Ipswich Town versus Everton. Like Chuks said in our prediction show, he said Everton, they are going to use that Premier League experience to bully Ipswich Town, and that was what happened in the game. Everything he said was spot on. Everton actually scored them 2 goals in the first half, and that was how the match ended. It's actually what we actually expected, because Everton has already had the Premier League experience, and Ipswich Town are already coming from the relegation side to come face Everton. Everton also going through a lot, but that doesn't make Everton do good, because both of them are trash. Right now, both of them are sitting 16th and 17th in the Premier League table, and that's what we have. All right, the next on our list is Man United versus Brentford. So the game started very well for the Brentford side. They've always had good games at the early minutes of every of their games. They've always scored very early. Man U actually broke that record, because they've always scored early in most of their games, right? But Man United broke that record. That's very bad for the Brentford side, because even before the first half ended, they still had to score a goal. But that was, would I say that was actually bad from the referee? Like, it was a bad referee, because how do you tell me that a player is bleeding? Right? Yes, I know that it was Man United medical staff fault that did not bandage his head. Fine, I'm not being sentimental here, but the ref did not do his officiating very well. Because if you look at that game, even the first half, even what caused that bleeding, it was actually a free kick against the Brentford side, but they blew it against us, right? So now Delete was sent out to bandage his head about 2 to 3 times, which he did. He came back, but he was still bleeding. Now this is a set piece. This is a potential goal set piece, right? So why would you tell him to leave the field? Why can't even though he left the field, why can't they wait for him to finish and come back, right? So that the game can continue. But he went out, and that was how they scored their goal. That was how the goal came in. But now, second half into the game, Man United had, I don't know what the coach told them about, the kind of adrenaline rush they came into the second half with was extraordinary. It's something I've not seen Man United do throughout this season. The whole rush, the whole pressure, they scored 2 goals in few minutes, right? And that was what actually made us win that game. And it was actually a very good game for us. To me, it's our best game of the season. Against Brentford it's our best game of the season. We defended well. Imagine Radford is coming back to defend. Garnacho, everybody are defending as a unit. So that it means a lot to us, because to me that's actually our best game of the season. So now moving with that momentum to face West Ham with the absence of Kudus, it's a win-win for us, bro. Next on our list is Newcastle versus Brighton. Wait. If anybody tell me that they are going to go to St. James's Park to beat Newcastle, I will not believe. I will not believe. Don't tell me that. I will not believe, because Brighton, like the way Brighton is just moving, they're just moving, like they're just moving small. Like they've won Man United, they drew Arsenal, right? And now they've won Newcastle. This same Brighton beat Tottenham. They're just moving like snake. Like they are making very big moves. So don't like this. Their new coach that is actually one of the said he's actually the Premier League youngest coach, right? He's doing a lot of miracles in Brighton. I raise my hand for him. Though Chelsea beat them, right? That's fine. And I knew the tactics Chelsea used. Chelsea were not playing the high line. Brighton always play a high line, and Chelsea capitalized on their mistake and counter them and score. That was a very good formation from Chelsea. But now look at what happened against Newcastle. Newcastle were actually holding more of the ball, and Brighton actually they always hold possession, right? But when you come to that Newcastle home, bro, the aura is mad. You don't go there and play them. You don't go there and hold position plenty in their home in St. James's Park. What you should do is look for that opportunity to counter-attack and score. When you score, defend and win your game. Now that was what happened. Brighton won. Next on our list is Southampton versus Leicester. I called that match one of the worst games of yesterday, and it turned out to be one of the most beautiful games, because Southampton were winning 2-0. Aribo even scored the second goal, right? But now what happened? They got a red card. Leicester had to come back to beat them 3-2. God. You know, something like this don't happen it don't happen regularly. The last time this happened was the match. It was actually Bournemouth versus Everton. Everton were winning 2-0. Bournemouth came back to win 3-2. And now it has happened Leicester versus Southampton. I pity Southampton because right now they've not won any game. I think they've only picked up 1 point out of possible 24 points, bro. The remaining 23, I don't know what they did. And players are collecting salary. You threw away 23 points. You're in Premier League, you want to survive. You're playing against your Leicester that came with you. You're losing 3-2. After getting, how does red card affect players a lot? I'm a Man United fan. I've seen how we play very badly whenever we get a red card. It happened to everybody, and that's going to take me to the next game: Arsenal versus Bournemouth. That game says it all. Red card is a deal breaker. It can affect anybody. I've not seen a team that will have a red card in Premier League that will not be affected. Tell me that team. There's no team. If you know that team, tell me in the comment section. I want to know that team. If you know that team that's going to get a red card and they will not be affected at all, they will play very well. They will even score more goals. I want you to comment that team in the comment section. I want to hear that team, because Arsenal today, without Saka, right, and getting a red card, dismissing Saliba from the game, it was gone. Like the whole game was Otilo. It was gone. Bournemouth possessed them. Bournemouth scored them. They even had to get a penalty. Like, you know, when you're frustrated, you just drag him down, just break his leg, because you're frustrated. Everything starts here. When here is done, the game is done, bro. When here is done, the game is done. And that was what happened, bro.
That's it from us. If you've not still subscribed for the channel, kindly hit on the subscribe option. It's going to be on this part of your screen. Hit there so you become part of our young and growing YouTube community. Smash on the like button. Give this video a thumbs up. We're really going to like that. It will encourage us to produce more of these contents for you. And also leave us a comment. We're going to give you a kind response. Okay, and also stay tuned for our next updates. And you're watching Everything Football.